Tell us about any musician or artist that you've either heard or come into contact with in your life who you think is either under-recognized or maybe no one's ever heard of. Maybe somebody locally in your area when you grew up. Expose us to something that you don't think the majority of the people watching this have ever heard of.
Oh gosh,
Maybe it's an obscure artist or a band that you heard their album once or twice and you go, God, those guys were so good.
I got to think about this one for a minute because there's different levels of being underrated. Like it would be hard to choose the most underrated person that I could help draw attention to, whose music I enjoyed the most and people might not know about. I would say, just jumping to the top of my head, somebody I think in our style of music that I think more people should know about, and I just enjoy both of his bands so much, and his old band is Gene Paul Yabicki, who was in Angel Corpse and is currently in the bands Perdition Temple and Blasphemic Cruelty. I think he's just one of my favorite guitar players, and he's a great writer as well, and I really just enjoy the kind of music he writes, and I listen to it a lot. So whenever I listen to it, it's so killer. It's just great death metal, death thrash kind of stuff that he does. Very, extreme, but also well written. I'm always surprised more people don't know about them.
Yeah.
About his bands. So I don't know if he's the most underrated. Like there could be something else if I sit around and think about it for a while, but he pops to mind right away because I'll be talking to some fairly, avid death metal fans, and they're not even that aware of some of the work he's done, and they should be. I really think he's one of the best guitar players and writers in the scene. He lives down here in Tampa, or as far as I know. I haven't been living down here for a few years now, but yeah, he's been, as far as I know, he still lives down here, and he's been down here for a while, so he is local as well.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, that's exactly what I was.
Yeah,
that's exactly where I was hoping you would go.
Yeah.
I the old question, I'm going to go into it, but I thought it was, I thought it was a good spot for you to expose somebody that, should be exposed.
Yeah. So for sure, yeah, I think that more people, should check out those bands I mentioned, Blasphemic Cruelty and Perdition Temple. Okay. I mean, if you're into really heavy, well-written, very aggressive killer death metal and old school kind of thrash death, then you won't be disappointed. I'm sure of it.
Cool.